Picture this. It's Friday, right? Weekend time. You just got out of school. You're playing on your GameCube or your PlayStation, whatever you got in the time. Mom comes back home from work. Mom says, hey, yo, kids, let's watch a movie tonight. What are we gonna watch? Oh, but that's right, your DVR. Your fucking DirecTVs and all that, right? Like that's on and everything, but you don't want to pay the cable company for a movie that's already out. No, you wanna go see something like Back to the Future, okay? And you wanna see Back to the Future. And you can't find Back to the Future anywhere because nothing on cable works. So what do? Well, boys, you go to the one place everyone knows and loves that sadly got closed down, and why I believe this place should come back for the best reasons possible. That's right, I'm talking about the motherfucking Blockbuster! And I'm gonna tell you why, with these 5 reasons why Blockbuster should be coming back. And no, this isn't a funny mess around video, this is serious, okay? Blockbuster should come back. And I'm about to bring you back 5 reasons why. A lot of people want this, and there's only one Blockbuster store alive, and it's literally just run by its own people. And it should come back. And I'm gonna give you those reasons. I've said that 3 times, but you know what I mean. Let's get on with the show, boys. Roll that intro. Roll it, baby. Alright, look, streaming, it's the future, alright? You got Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, basically any single company will make a streaming service out of it. The newest one that came out was HBO Max. You realize HBO Max is South Park and Wizard of Oz and I'm assuming The Sopranos. Streaming is cool and all, you can watch whatever you want, there's new content, and believe me, if Netflix were to offer me a job for them to write or act, I'll gladly take it. But, you know, it's just there. You get me? Everyone has a streaming service by now. A lot of people have Netflix, a lot of people have Hulu's, and you know, Disney Plus has that package where it's like, you get Disney, and then you get Hulu, and then you get ESPN for $12.99 a month. But here's the dealio about this, alright? Streaming is low-key starting to feel like cable television. You know when you got cable back in the day, and you had to invite the guy, and he had some weird times where he came in, and the guy would come in, and he'd be like, well, let me put your cable, senor. And I'm gonna put the cables now. I'm gonna put the cables. And then like you were excited because you got the cool looking DirecTV remote. But then here's the shitty thing about cable. So cable is like, you know, how can I say it? Suckish, because, you know, say for example you want Cartoon Network, right? And you get the cheapest package. Well, you can't get Cartoon Network right now because you need to get the other package that has Cartoon Network. But then somebody else in the family is like, oh, let's get ESPN. But then the package doesn't have ESPN. So then they con you into getting the highest bidding package out there, alright? Like, that's just the dealio about it. Well, streaming doesn't have that error. With streaming, literally, you can get anything you want. You know, some of them might not have the thing that you explicitly just want to watch by yourself, but that's why I come up with the idea that Blockbuster should come back. Because Blockbuster has a vast array of content that you can swallow, right? They got horror, they got comedies, they got the kids section, they got everything you want, including video games. Alright, so now look, in this video, I'm basically just going to describe the 5 reasons why I believe Blockbuster could be a pretty good economic success right now in this time of great desperation and need for nostalgia and good feelings and stuff, because let's face it, everything is just going but this is what I'm here for. So sit back, relax, buy your Orville or whatever it's called popcorn, and let's get to saving Blockbuster, yo. What a difference. Alright, first reason, you saw it, nostalgia. Look guys, everyone loves a little bit of nostalgia in their lives, okay? We all want to be remembered. No, we're not dead, chill out. We all want to be reminded about the good times in life. That's why like all these products coming out, like the SpongeBob game that just came out, it's such a huge deal for me. I don't have the game and I really want it, and I'm going to play it on my new channel. It's just that feeling of going back to something you're so used to and that knowing of comfort. Like, it's so cool to have that. And that's why I think Blockbuster should come back in this time of day and age. Because let's face it, picture this. I remember this very well as a kid. As a little kid, we went to go see the movie Mr. Bean's Holiday in theaters. And I was like, oh cool, Mr. Bean's Holiday. Now that's just what I'm talking about. And then like, I wanted to see it more and more because I liked the movie. What can I say? I just loved it. So then, it came out on the freaking DirecTV and whatnot, the DirecTV cinema thing, but we didn't want to buy it from there. I mean, we did buy it at one point, but that's literally the only thing that plays. If you you know what I mean. So then, we would hear that it comes out on DVD, and who has that on DVD? Motherfucking Blockbuster, okay? So then you go to Blockbuster, right? And when you walk inside the Blockbuster, it's like this awesome, I don't know what it is. It's like, there's a weird smell to it that's like this nice. And you walk in through the store and everything, and you're checking out all the movies and stuff. And as a kid, I never went into the horror section because I got scared because of the titles there. I would look at the Scream one and I was like, nah, chief, don't want to touch that. We get Mr. Bean's Holiday, and then I check the video games out, even though we weren't renting a video game. And then we would go, and then we get a Pizza Hut pizza. There's the stuffed crust and everything, and it's just like, yes, the stuffed crust pizza. And I remember this moment so well because it was such a good fucking thing for me. Going to Blockbuster to get Mr. Bean's Holiday and then getting a Pizza Hut pizza was fucking magical, alright? And I kept that DVD for like 2 days and then returned it, Blockbuster wise. Every single time you go inside a Blockbuster, I don't know if anyone had that experience, but it was such a cool feeling to have, walking around the aisles, seeing all the other movies, seeing new movies coming out, having the TV playing like the previews and whatnot. And it was like it wasn't even like a flat screen. They never replaced it. From the day on that I went, nobody they never replaced the TV. It was like one of those like cheapy, not cheapy, but like it has the big ass hump in the back. You know what I mean. But the reason I say it is because nostalgia is such a big thing going on right now. And let's face it, we don't want to be living in these times right now. I'm pretty sure if Blockbuster would find a way to market off of nostalgia and have people like renting out, DVDs again or VHSs if people are that crazy enough to get a VHS again, then I feel like Blockbuster could make a good profit off of it. Now it's gonna be pretty tough to start a company that died and bring it all the way up. But if there's one Blockbuster alive and it's still going and people are still renting out DVDs and stuff, and I believe that it can come back as a multi-millionaire company. Alright? But that's my take on nostalgia. Let's get on with the second thing. Streaming sucks, alright? There's nothing to it. Alright, it doesn't suck, but it's just kind of it's there, When you go to the Blockbuster, you hunt for this movie, okay? You're like in the wilderness and you're searching for it. And then when you search it and you fucking rent it out, it's like one of the most precious things you can have because it feels like an accomplishment. Like you worked for it. And you're on Netflix and it's just kind of like, hey, movie. Whoa. You get me? And not to mention the fact that sometimes that Netflix and Hulu and all those places go down. The servers absolutely crash sometimes. Or they don't even have the thing that you want because they have to take it out of the catalog to put in the new stuff. Like right now Netflix is basically its own channel at this point because it has so much original content and so much original things that it's just wild. Hulu's catching on to it and Disney, every single streaming company is catching on to making their own original content for their channel. That's why I'm saying that streaming is sort of looking like cable TV. You just pay a monthly fee. Well, yeah, that's basically what you did with cable too. I was little. I didn't understand that stuff yet. But the reason I say it is because when you go to the Blockbuster, again, it's like a hunt. And once you get the thing, they clean the DVD for you, and you put it inside your DVD player, and what do you get? It doesn't freeze, nothing blows up, and you don't need to log into any accounts or anything. You just plug it in, and there you go. You're enjoying the movie, and you get to enjoy the DVD screens and the plays and whatnot. It's better that way, I believe. Hey, PlayStation. My PlayStation's on, my bad. Streaming is literally, a good thing, alright? I mean, it's been a good thing this whole entire time because I've catched up on lots of shows and stuff, but you could do the same thing at Blockbuster. You just buy one of those, big boxes, the DVD sets, and you just watch all the episodes from there on there. I mean, the options are pretty there, I don't have anything else for streaming, though, but if you guys have anything else, you totally could comment. But that's another reason I believe that Blockbuster should totally come back. streaming is not always going to have the content that you want to see, and some of the content always gets taken away. If you go to the Blockbuster and go on the hunt, you might as well find yourself the DVD that you've been looking for. If you want that Back to the Future, but Netflix doesn't have it, I was about to say Disney Plus. But if you're trying to look for Back to the Future and Netflix doesn't have it anymore, damn, that sucks. Where are you gonna find it? Are you gonna jailbreak your stuff? I don't think so. Are you gonna download it illegally, pirately? I don't think so. So what are you gonna do? Well, I think it's a good idea that you go to the Blockbuster and rent out Back to the Future, if it's there. All right, option 3. All right, don't mind the time skip. All right. I know, different shirt, but still the same topic, so let's do it. Alright, video games, right? So you know when you play a video game, now, there's like no way to rent video games, okay? At Blockbuster, you could totally rent a video game. I remember I rented Bioshock Infinite, alright? Bioshock Infinite was fucking awesome. I never got to finish it, so I'm just kind of glad that it was free on PlayStation for a while. But hear me out on this one, alright? So say I want to rent, like, you know, The Last of Us 2, okay? And, you know, I'm just kind of, like, playing it, and then, you know, I end the game, and I'm just like, that was The Last of Us 2? This shit is garbage! I never want to play this fucking game again! Never! You want to feed me this garbage? I hate this fucking game! I'm out! Yeah, so like, you know, I mean, I love collecting video games and I love, you know, stacking them up, but if it's a video game that I don't want to keep forever and I'm probably never gonna play it again, I mean, it's just kind of like, you know? I would rather go and rent the game for like 4 days, finish it, and then give it back. And if I really do like it, maybe I'll go purchase it. I think that's a really good, solid way to build the foundation of video game rentals. I mean, come on, who the fuck is gonna go on Gamefly? Who uses Gamefly, bro? Nobody uses Gamefly these days. Come on, bro. Like, Gamefly. Remember those commercials and they go with the cowboys and stuff? Like, you gotta go to Gamefly? Oh no, bro. I'm gonna go to Gamefly. Moving on. That was dumb. But video game rentals, it could work. Now, when you rent a movie, or when you go watch a movie, for example, you like to get some snacks, right? Maybe a nice tub of popcorn, maybe a nice liter of soda, get the large, or maybe a box of candies, maybe. Get those milk duds, get them stuck in your teeth so you sound like this the whole movie, you know, when you're doing this? Yeah. Blockbuster had the snack shop, alright? And they had the best selection. They got the fucking pickles that for some reason people buy. Don't understand why. And then you got the Orville popcorns, the one where you shove in the microwave and it's in the box and it goes pop 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 pop. And then, like, you know, they had a lot of snacks that were really movie related. So, you know, a lot of stores have that for sure. You know, you can totally go to Walmart and get a big, I had to burp. And you could get the big Reese's thingy, whatever, you know. But like, dude, if Blockbuster were to get exclusive snacks that you would see in the theaters, and at a good affordable price, like say you get a movie and then they give you like the popcorn and shit, I think that's a done deal, you know? Who wouldn't want to get some extreme, rich, premium popcorn? For example, bro, movie popcorn is the best, alright? You can't just go to the movies, not get a popcorn, alright? Like, that's a sin. That's a cardinal sin of movie theaters. Like, it's just, you don't do that, bro. It's like going to play soccer and you bring the football. Like, that's a cardinal sin. You don't do it, man. So, exclusive snacks. That's the future of Blockbuster, alright? So, let's get down to the fifth and final example of why Blockbuster should come back. You gotta get with the times, bro. Think about it like this, okay? If you go out and rent a movie, you can rent any movie you want. If it's there, that is. That's the problem. Look, everything's changed, bro, but people, for some reason, love the retro. If you know, maybe I don't know, this is very complex and I was thinking about it. Might not be a good idea, might be a little bit of a fucking leap, but I think it's a good idea. So hear me out. Like, what if Redbox? Nobody does that shit anymore. Remember Redbox? You go to Walmart and be like, a ver si trae la película. Never worked. Well, it did work. Whatever. Point is, if Blockbuster were to like do like an equipment thing where you like rent out maybe say you want to watch a movie but on Laserdisc of all fucking things, like if they were to do something where they were like retro films, like VHSs, Laserdiscs, Betamaxes, if they were to do all that, I feel like people would lose their fucking minds over it. I mean, sure, maybe it'd introduce the struggles people had back then trying to get a Laserdisc. You know, Laserdiscs are like this fucking big, right? There's a Laserdisc. The motherfucker's huge. Compare that to the DVD. It's no comparison. Come on, bro. But like, you know, it's. I think it'd be a good thing for them to get with the times. You know, like, of course we have our Blu-rays, we have our streaming, and we have all the nice stuff in full HD, 1080p. But like, if Blockbuster were to, you know, do like a rental equipment thingy where they hand you like a VHS and you get to watch it in its prime, that'd be super cool. But that'd take a whole lot of work. In conclusion, you saw that shit. I catch things. Axe, not sponsored. But, in conclusion, I believe that Blockbuster should come back because it has defined a generation of people. It has defined the generation of individuals who appreciate films, who appreciate the medium of quality of movies. This Star Wars poster, for example, it's beautiful. I love it. I love Star Wars, and I know the sequels sucked, but that's okay because the sequels brought us together to hate it sometimes, because I kind of did like The Last Jedi. Don't kill me. But, movies are life. Without movies, there is no life. And without breathing, there is no life either. But, movies define us. If Blockbuster were to come back, we can all gather in one place and talk about our passionate movies, talk about our ambitions, or why Steven Spielberg decided to make an Indiana Jones 4. The quality of movies are...
Hey, Indiana Jones is streaming on Netflix!
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm